Hey, so I just wanted to come on and speak a few bits really. One, my writing, my imperfectly perfect writing. With all the words and the passion and the depth, you also get the imperfections of my punctuation not being so strong, my wording not being so vast, because I'm learning as I go, as I've just experienced this lose myself in my words and my connections to people, to my past. I'm learning as I go. The reality is, for me growing up, as you all know, as I speak so openly about abuse, and it's not to play a victim, it's to help people feel less confused. It's to hopefully people to see me, to alleviate that blame and shame that keeps them in place. To make them be proud and brave of who they are today in their story, in how it's cemented this regime in place, and by seeing it and understanding it, it helps us to accept and move past it. It helps us to soothe ourselves in the moments these triggers kick in, and not lose ourselves for the next 3 months because the life we once lived in. This is me, the aftermath. I speak as I go. I must have sat there all that time, taking it in and understanding. Who knew at 40 years old it would all pour out of me in a way of wording, of understanding and sharing? Not me, that's for sure. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy helping another. I enjoy sharing to the world the reality of what it is to grow up in domestic abuse and how you spend the rest of your life confused. I hope in me doing this, it will help another to see. And in my punctuation and my words not being so vast, I hope you see in that moment that that is a nod to my past, my start, and where it all began. In how at school I wasn't focused on education, I was focused on what was happening when I got home. The fear that you spend your life in, you know? The good v bad I speak on a lot, because that is what life is, you know? With every good, there's a bad. And for me, for 14 years, every good, every bit of happy, around the corner, there was always a bad. Hypervigilance state I lived in, like all my siblings around me. Never pushed, never propelled. Education was abuse, was fearing, was analysing, was reading a room, constantly on high alert, survival mode kicked in day and night. And that's why I suppose I see people in front of me in a different light, which brings me here today speaking on Harry and Meghan in this family that have been abused on the main stage. In how that injustice in front of me placed out there, it doesn't just make me think, it makes my hairs stand up on edge. Because after years of living and watching and understanding, it's like a chemical reaction that happens inside when I see an imbalance of someone in front of my eyes. My hairs literally stand up on edge as I see that wrong, that character they try and present, that fake, that smile, which I can see behind the lies. And I suppose that's all of me. That's why I'm here today, to speak on the aftermath and the wrongs that I see, to try and convey, to help people get rid of their shame and blame, but also find peace in my words, in a form of validation that I too feel the same, whether it's about abuse or Harry and Meghan and the wrongs that we see. I'm just a person. I'm not a journalist, I'm not an expert. It's just someone who got wronged a bit, who tries to make things right, to give peace, because that's what also my education was. It was finding and fixing and helping, saving, all the things that you grow up in. So yeah, I just hope my words when I get carried away, which I do, as you can see right now, as I go off in a tangent in rhyme. Those imperfectly perfect parts of me are just a nod to where it started for me, in how I'm here today in front of you, bearing my soul in the hope that it can help another feel less confused. So thank you all for your love and support. As I will continue, I will push through, because if someone don't start it, how will they know? You know?